Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Opulence Nation. Thank you for tuning in to our product Crossfire. It's going to be an amazing call as usual. So let me introduce our SVP Sanaz Herman. So in her late 20s, SVP Sanaz made a big change to venture into the direct sale industry with her strong work ethic, determination, unparalleled skills. She rose to become a top producer, quickly gained recognition for her exceptional performance. Her influence and impact in the direct sale marketing field have earned her widespread recognition. She was honored as the Luxury Designer of the Year by Viva International, celebrated in the esteemed Oprah Winfrey magazine, and much more. At the Opulence Global SVP, Sanaz oversees distribution, manufacturers, and international negotiation and all global operations. Her ability to inspire others in health, beauty, fashion sector is nothing short of remarkable. SVP Sanaz take a great pride in mentoring entrepreneur, and her visionary approach and mentorship have empowered countless individuals to achieve their own success stories. As an inventor in the industry, Sanaz Human SVP continue to set a new benchmark, inspire others to strive for greatness, and her unwavering dedication, unmatched talent, and relentless pursuit of excellence make her a true icon in the world of business and entrepreneurship. It's an honor to have her in the call, ladies and gentlemen. Our SVP Asanas as Humanities in the building. So, my dear, let's go. Let's start. I'm excited for the new topic, health.
Amazing. Thank you
Yeah.
so very much. As usual, it's always intimidating to be a host, but you are so fabulous and so natural at it
Thank you.
that I love having you on. And just before we get started, are you a nurse?
Yes,
Oh, amazing.
I am.
So you're based here in Canada, you're a nurse. And can I ask you, I know it's we're talking about health and wellness. What was the reason you started? What was your why to start in our business?
To be honest, the first reason was I don't know if everybody know, but the TV show called and what was it? The TV show that everybody knows. It was all about hospital, taking care. I forgot the show, but anyway, I used to watch that when I was very young, and I really loved the idea of helping others. So that's where it came the idea of being a nurse. And then eventually, when I tried, I liked really giving back to and being there and caring for somebody, and also the other reason eventually was like when you graduate you can get a job immediately. So that was the second reason that I went with nursing, but number one, it was to giving care and helping anybody who's sick. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And you made it.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. And what was the reason you joined the opulence business?
Oh my goodness. The reason is, as a nurse, it's nice, it's fulfilling job, it's a rewarding job, I mean, but eventually when you work for a while you notice that the management is not good and there's less nurses, so you are taking a bunch of resident client on your own, and you're working 8 hours nonstop, and the job, it basically becomes just giving medication. You're really not there for the resident, just to move on, fast paced, next. And it was getting worse, especially when pandemic happened. I know a lot of nurses did had a lot of PSD because of the trauma they faced. Some of them went to America, to be honest. They left their career, so it was getting worse because of that. Yeah, it
Mhm.
wasn't giving the yeah.
It's interesting you say that because tonight we're going to talk about health. And I believe that, so I'll tell you an interesting story. Some of you know my mom and some of you don't, but my mom has worked for the company for the past 15 years. She's been instrumental in our office. She knows the business inside and out. And she had knee surgery last week. And my mother-in-law had knee surgery probably about 15 years ago. And I got to tell you, what a difference in our healthcare. And I'm with you, Rukia. I think the health and wellness industry is all about helping people. But
Mhm.
based on the changes, based on inflation, based on a lot of different things, As I sat by mom's hospital bed and waited for surgery to finish, and then waited for post-op and waited for recovery and spent 4 or 5 days in the hospital, I realized how important it is to take care of our health and to prevent getting sick. Because when you are sick, you would give anything not be sick.
Yeah.
And I think you would agree, taking care of people that are ill in hospitals, it's
Mm-hmm.
there's just so much that
Yeah.
unfortunately people are not doing what they're supposed to do, which is what you signed up to do, which is help, bless, change lives. You're just kind of servicing them the fastest you can so you can go on to the next and the next and the next. And I felt really unfortunate being at the hospital because I actually had booked my mom a private room, and the private room was just not available. They had a lot of people with infections that had got the private rooms. I'm sure you know that. And I went
Mm-hmm.
from a room that was supposed to be private, which was supposed to be me and her, to a room of her and three other patients. Now, I think she got like the best room on the floor because we were all having a party in her room. We became friends with all the other patients in the room. And I was literally taking care of that entire room. I mean, the nurses came in to give them their meds and everything, but if they needed an ice pack, if they needed water, if they needed, some of the most basic things, it was there. And, one thing we got talking about, and I want to start the call off with that, is that people that are not well would
Mm-hmm.
give anything to be well. And people that are sick would give
Mm-hmm.
anything to not be sick.
Right.
So, why am I sharing this with each and every single one of you? Because I
Mm-hmm.
think it's really, really important is to understand that when you're talking about the health and wellness industry, when you're talking about the products that we all sell at Opulence, whether it's your fountain of life, whether it's the divine, whether it's the shampoo conditioner, whatever it is that your focus is on, that you want to sell and you want to promote in this business, you have to make sure that you are very clear on why you're doing what you're doing. You see, the reason I asked Rakia why she wanted to become a nurse or why she became a nurse is exactly the same reason I'm going to ask you. Why did you join Opulence?
Mm-hmm.
So let's think about that for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Many of you joined this company because of the opportunity, because not only do we have phenomenal products for you to talk about and to promote, but at the same time, you can get paid by doing it. And so let's talk about your why tonight. Let's talk about, your health targets of what you want to be when you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, your 80s, your 90s. Where do you want to be in your health sector? Because I think sometimes we need to refocus and realign what we want to achieve in a business, and then you focus and you target on that. So when we originally, I'm gonna say we, because we as a company, when we first originally launched the Fountain of Life, I want to share with you all, we had absolutely no idea that the Fountain of Life would be what it is today. So when we originally launched the Fountain of Life, just so you all know, I was sharing this with a personal trainer this morning. It was called the Golden Drops. In the science world, they were calling it the Golden Drops. So I want to, if you don't know the story of how the Fountain of Life came to be, let me give you a little quick synopsis of how we discovered the Fountain of Life. So back in 2017, I sat down with our formulator Tom and said, Tom, I want to create as a fashion brand, as a luxury brand. Because all we did at that time was just purely jewelry. I said, Tom, I want to create a revolutionary skincare line. I want to look younger. I want to feel younger. I want my skin to be flawless. I want my skin to look younger and younger. I don't want to do Botox. I don't want to do fillers. I want to be natural, but I want to be beautiful. I want to age gracefully. And he said, wow, you want a lot. And I'm like, yeah, I want what every woman and man wants. We want to age gracefully. And this is back in 2017. If you really think back, this was the period of time where Botox and fillers and all of these, medical spas were coming out, and all this Botox was like 15 bucks a unit or 20 bucks a unit, where now Botox is like $8 a unit. So what I wanted to do was with our scientific team is give them a mandate of what we wanted to create. And we did that. You know, we created, well, he created with his team an absolutely phenomenal skincare line. And after about 4 months, I remember I went to him and said, "Tom, what the heck did you put in this product?" And he was like, "Why?" I'm like, "Everyone is complimenting me. They say my skin is glowing. I look younger. The dark circles around my eyes is dissipating. My jowl lines is starting to lift and I feel great and vibrant." And he's like, "Well, you asked me to create a product called Flawless, and everything that this product does is lifting, toning, tightening." And I went, "Okay." And he's like, "It's all about the active ingredients." And I went, "Okay, what does that mean?" And he goes, "Well, you see, most skincares out there, they will basically go and add one active ingredient, which basically means one proprietary ingredient. And then through that, they will market it and they will sell it and they will upsell it and they will promote it on what it does. What we've done for your product, your skincare line, some of your products actually have 5, 6 active ingredients. So you could literally take all of these SKUs and all of these actives and create one product each, and it will become more profitable. And I went, "No, it's going to make it too confusing for people. Tell them, step one, use a cleanser. Step two, use a toner. Step three, use your serum. Step four, use your moisturizer. Step five, do this and this and this." They have to do like an 8, 9 step, regimen. It's going to become very costly for people. B, if women even do it, the men are not going to do it. Then if you're going to travel, what are you going to do? You're going to carry all this stuff. So I want to tell you a little bit of how these golden drops, what we call fountain of life, came to be. So he said, "Okay, we're going to shove them all into one product." And voila, that's what we did. So the product was lifting, toning, tightening. And then the next part was the active ingredients. So we have 2 proprietary ingredients, as you all know. We talk about this all the time. And I don't know if you all understand how important these 2 proprietary ingredients are. And that is, of course, our medical grade microsilver technology that we are always, always, always talking about. And then the second active ingredient that we talk about over and over and over is, of course, this Norwegian spruce tree extract. This is in your PowerPoint. We talk about this all the time. So the way that the safe home revolution actually came to be is through this. This is how it all started. We wanted to create a FERI flawless anti-aging skincare regimen. This was going to be anti-aging, hydrating, spa grade, clean, hyperallergenic, super calming. Can you see all those fruits and vegetables and plants around it? So that's why we say created by nature, perfected by science. And so we were able to formulate all of these amazing raw materials created. We had it tested by a dermatologist. We were able to create a phenomenal cleanser. Look at the ingredients. Like, these are edible ingredients here. We got aloe vera, we got cucumber and chamomile, we got rosemary, we got argiretin, which is already in your skin, we got lactic acid, which is already inside your body anyways. So these are things that really your body just needs. And the reason I'm going through this is because I'm going to get to the health and wellness in a minute. But then this is probably one of my absolute favorites. If I had to choose one product that I carried everywhere with me, which had the breakthroughs in my skin, I would say this is it. The Revive 5D, and I want to explain to you guys Revive 5D, what it stands for. How many active ingredients do we have? 5, right? 5D. So revive, we're reviving your skin, right? Again, spruce tree, it's edible. Argan oil, edible. Pony extract, peony extract. Again, another amazing, amazing flower. Iris Florentine, cassava root. How many of my Caribbean people or my Africans eat the cassava root? I remember the first time they presented cassava root, I went, huh? I had no idea what a cassava root was because we don't have it in my culture. And then when I realized how good it was, I was like, bring it on. And now we have it in your skincare. And then, of course, the cream of the crop, right? The number one selling product in our skincare line, the Flawless Quad AG. Quad means what? Quad means 4. How many active ingredients? 4. What are our 2 primary ingredients? Microsilver technology, Norwegian spruce tree extract. By the way, how many of you on this call have heard of goji berry? Goji berry is an entire company on its own. They've literally taken this ingredient, they've branded an entire company around goji berry. And guess what? We have this in our absolutely phenomenal skincare line. You want to remove harmful bacteria from your skin? You want to get rid of irritations? You want to reduce inflammation? You want to get rid of puffiness? You want skin cell turnover? You want to improve the elasticity of your skin? You want to hydrate it? You want to be long lasting? You want to be toning? Well, here you go. You got like the cream of the crop. You got microsilver and Norwegian spruce tree that are both antibacterial. They're both hydrating. They're both antioxidants. They're both anti-inflammatory. What do you think is going to happen to your skin when you put this stuff on? You're going to look younger. And so here is how it all started. By combining these 3 powerful products, I went to our formulator and said, Tom, what did you put in this product? I look 10 years younger and everybody is noticing it. And for the women that are aging and you got the turkey gobbler that's happening, you know, the little that's happening in your neck, or you're starting getting those fine lines and wrinkles, this will start to slowly tighten it up. And so he said, well, there's 2 active ingredients that we are using, but the first one that I'm going to tell you about is called Golden Drops, and I eat it. I went, okay, well, what is it? And he says, well, it's called Golden Drops. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to go to FOL so you guys can see it, and then I'll get to microsilver after. And I went, okay, well, can I eat it? And he said, well, no, you can't eat it because it is not regulated. I said, what does that mean? He says, well, Health Canada, if you're going to put something in your mouth, has to approve that you could eat it and it's going to be non-toxic. I said, okay, well, there's all these supplements. We'll do it. He said, yeah, except no one has ever touched this product. I said, why not? Oh, well, you know, we as scientific team, we know how good it is, but no one wants to spend the money. I said, okay. So we need someone to spend the money to get the approvals. Is that right? He says, yes. This has been used in melanoma for the past 23 years. What's melanoma, ladies and gentlemen? Skin cancer. I said, so wait a minute. This is basically being used for skin cancer. It's basically not regulated to eat it, but you guys are all eating it? And he goes, yeah. So guess who the next person was to approach? Our CEO. You know, I went, David and we sat down and we talked to him and we approached him and we talked to him and we said, Ramin, there's this product called Golden Drops. I never ever forget that PowerPoint. The first hideous PowerPoint I saw, it looked like cartoons. It was very junior looking, as I'm going to call it. It was done by a scientist and it had no data of you eating it, but it had a lot of data of you applying it onto the skin. And that's why this scientist had applied it into our skincare. And that's why I was looking younger. So if any of you are on our skincare and feeling the results of looking younger and younger, and I'm just going to share I just want to stop my screen because I want to read your notes. If any of you in the short period of time have seen my skin, my body, my transformation, type a yes into the message box. I just want to see how many of you have seen this transition happen, or yourself, if you've had a transition, or you know somebody or a customer that has had that transition. Tammy's like, hell yes. Yes, I know, I know. I have really come a long way. And I'm going to do a new before and after picture at the grand opening. I'm going to actually unveil because I've actually passed the 100 pound mark of weight loss. And I've also built a lot of muscle mass. So I'm going to show you guys my before and after. I'm going to actually show you my heaviest weight. And then I'm going to show you my I'm gonna call it my revealing body at the grand opening, and I'm gonna basically show you guys a difference in my skin, in my hair, in my entire transformation. I'm gonna do a video about it as well. And by the way, all of you should be doing those same things, by the way. Anyway, so long story short, we went to our CEO. Our CEO said, "Yeah, you know what? If the product works, I'm down." So here's where the fun started. We're like, okay, get us some samples. So the first time we took it, I'm going to show you guys. This first time I took it, this was me. Like I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. It's so bitter. Like I was like literally drama queen, okay? Because I literally was like never, I don't know what's up with the Caribbean people or Africans. You guys love your bitter stuff and you guys are so used to with all the vegetables that you guys got. Me, princess over here, I had never had anything bitter and I was like, "Oh my God." And I'm like, "That nope, we can't market this. This tastes, bitter. We cannot do this." Anyways, long story short, we tried to add flavoring. So if you don't know, if you ask Reza was one of my first victims that I gave flavored FOL to. And we tried apple, we tried green apple, we tried grapes, we tried strawberries, we tried everything. Everything we touched was more horrible than the next and the next and the next. And I don't know where Reza went. Reza was somewhere. LD4 Reza was in Africa somewhere and he got malaria on the plane back. So he came to the office and he was in cold sweat. And I'm like, listen, this product is supposed to really help. It's super antioxidant. It tastes horrible, but you got to take it. It's going to work. So he was so sick. He didn't care. He just gulped it up. And that was our first testimonial. Like this guy recovered so quickly. And then we sat down and we started talking about if we add flavor to the golden drops, you're not going to be able to apply it on your skin. You're not going to be able to apply it on your hair. You're not going to be able to put it as deodorant under your armpits. You're not going to be able to rub it into your skin as an oil. Now, again, these are things I'm telling you now. We didn't know this back in 2018. I just want to tell you how God works and how God's hand has been on this company and guided us. So I swore I would never take this product. We're going to put flavor. We're going to make it great. We're going to blah, blah, blah. And I was super unsuccessful at it. Every flavor we put, it was more horrible than the next. And finally, our CEO said, that's it. It's not that bad. Don't be so dramatic. You're the only drama queen. We're making it the original taste. We're keeping it as it is. Suck it up. And I went, okay, I'll suck it up. I'll just chase it down with some water or I'll have it in my coffee. And then the science started. Then it was like David was educating me. Listen, when you're taking this, when it's like the pure source of the Norwegian spruce tree, how much better it is for you, how good it is for your liver, how it's good for fatty liver, how it's good for your intestines, how it's good for your organs. You could apply it topically and so the training started to become even bigger, better, stronger than we ever anticipated. We just thought this was another supplement that was going to be, become, and by the way, the logic of Fountain of Life was beauty starts from within. So cleanse your body, cleanse your organs. That way you can get rid of acne, you can get rid of blemishes, you can make your skin more plump. And so I want to tell you the first arthritis story that I ever discovered in the Fountain of Life. We had this beautiful girl. Her name was Angela. And she was one of my regular customers in the fashion and skincare. She had a spa. And so she came in. And at that time, we didn't have a family pack. We didn't even have boxes for Fountain of Life, by the way. Like Fountain of Life was just sold like this. So she came in and she was buying a huge amount. And so I said, Angela, what are you doing with all this stuff? Are you like applying it on hair? She's like, no, my grandma is selling it to all her friends. And I went, your grandma? And I'm like, what is she doing with it? And she's like, she rubbed it into her arthritic knees, and it made a big difference. And she started to tell all her, friends at church, and now they're all wanting FOL. So she ordered a bottle for everybody, and now everybody wants it. And now, because they're having results, and so that's how it all started, about testimonials. And so one thing led to another. And then as different people, oh, I'm going to rub it on my shoulder, or I'm going to rub it on my scar, or I'm going to rub it on my pimple, or I'm going to rub it, I'm going to rub it, I'm going to rub it. And guess what? It ended up becoming internal, external, arthritis. And so we started to run more research. Now, since 2018, ladies and gentlemen, we have, we say sold over 1 million bottles. It's obviously getting to the first million. It's always the most challenging one. And then once you surpass that, you've made it with a product, the product works, your customers love it. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, our golden drops were named the Fountain of Life. Now, look how fitting our logo is without even knowing really the reality of what it was going to become. And it's become this tree of life. It has become this amazing staple in your household. Could you imagine living a day without your fountain of life? Just I want you to just imagine that, because you're so used to having this product in all of the things that you do every day. Can you imagine your life without it? Alcohol free, vegan, natural. It's this high performance antioxidant. It's that one product that you can carry everywhere with you. You can put it on your purse. You can take it on the airplane. You got a sore throat, apply it. You're traveling. You want it as a skin hydrator, apply it. You need it as an antioxidant, drop it. You need it as, something to get rid of a virus, drop it down your throat. You have a stomach ache, eat it. You ate some bad food, eat it. You can't sleep at night, eat it. You have allergies, eat it. I mean, and I keep on saying eating it, because when you put this into your immune system, it's like it's just nourishing your body. So I'm going to take you back to my earlier conversation when I was at the hospital last week with my mom. What do you think is the first thing that I packed into my night bag to take to the hospital? Of course, my fountain of life, of course, my divine, and of course, my micro silver spray. So I got to tell you guys the funniest story. I look like a crazy woman, because when I went upstairs to set up my mom's room, David had told me, Sanaz, and David has been working in hospitals all his life and around science. He's like, Sanaz, they clean the beds really, really well. They change all the sheets, they disinfect them, they wipe them down. One thing they don't wipe down really well is the curtains. So make sure, oh my God, guys, you had to see your SVP, like crazy woman. I swear to God, I emptied out an entire bottle of microsilver spray on the curtains there. She had a corner section, and I was like spraying it down everywhere. And it was so funny because there was other people in the room, and they're like, what are you spraying? I'm like, oh, this is a disinfectant. They're like, can you come and do our side too? It was so funny. So anyways, I ended up actually making a great friend there, and she's her mom has had double knee surgery, but after her mom heals, she's actually supposed to come take a look at the business. She fell in love with our products. Her and I ended up sleeping with our moms for the night. And in the morning, of course, I brushed my teeth. I used a mouthwash. I used the mouth spray. I used our toothpaste, and I gave her all these products to use. I, of course, used the Fountain of Life. I took my Divine after I took breakfast. And she was like, oh my God, you guys have so many great products. I like moisturize my hands, because I washed my hands 1,000 times while I was there. And I was using Sterling, and she's like, my hands are super dry. I love what you're doing with the Sterling. So I'm telling you, the more and more you become a product of your product, the more you use it, the more people see you using it around you, the more they're going to ask you, and the more that they're going to become curious about it. So, since 2018, we've sold millions of bottles worldwide. This is available in over 200 countries and territories. This is an exclusive food grade formulation. The derivative is basically a corn derivative that is absolutely taking the world by storm. We have an amazing money back guarantee. So if somebody, and again, by the way, I want to reiterate this. That means that for a brand new customer, if they're not satisfied or they have an allergy to it, because some people can have allergies to the spruce tree, that means we will take it back, no problem. But You should be really proud of yourself that after 20 years, or I'm proud of our company, that after 20 years, we still don't have a return department. And it's simply because our products are so well made once, done right, that we don't have to worry about it. Now, we get that odd customer that needs a service, they need a return, they need an exchange or whatever, and we're always there. This is an incredible product that is not only oral, but also a topical usage. And it's got 3 powerful elements to it: antibacterial, antimicrobe, and it's anti-inflammatory. And if that doesn't speak volumes of how powerful this product is, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's going to get you excited. So, and why we need it. So again, I'm going to piggyback on what I shared with you guys. You know, when we're sick, we would do anything not to be sick. We would do anything to be healthy, right? Remember, your bodies are attacked every day, whether you like it or not. Your bodies are bombarded by chemicals every single day. The air that you're breathing is a chemical compound. And depending on your environment, depending on your country, depending on where you are, why do they say go live in the boonies, go live in the mountains? Because there's not as much pollution, right? The air is purer. There's no chemical compounds happening. And the reality of it is that over time, our cells become overwhelmed. Our body becomes overwhelmed. So I don't care how healthy you eat. I don't care how healthy you are. I don't care how much exercise you are doing. You need to supplement your body. You need to give to your body what it is losing as we age. And this is called oxidative stress. Oxidative stress, when you do not nourish your body, when you do not take care of your body, when you do not supplement it with high-powered antioxidants and great supplements like glutathione that your body would naturally produce, and as you get older, it starts to dissipate, guess what you're going to do? You're going to develop disease because the disease cells in your body are going to start taking over. And this is not to scare you, by the way. This is to educate you. This is to open up your mind to why you need supplements. So I always say it's better for you to prevent than try to fix, right? So take that action before it happens. These are some of the things that if you're not aware of, that you're surrounded by each and every single day, that affects your immune system. Viruses and bacteria are surrounded by us. Now, what you want to do, you can't run away from viruses and bacteria, by the way. You know what you can do? Make your immune system tough enough to fight against it. Pollution. How many of you are around buses and cars? I can promise you, each and every single one of you. How many of you have stress in your life? Getting up in the morning, running to work, getting out of the house, making sure you're not late, running to the doctors, picking up your kids, going to sleep, preparing supper. All those things are called stress. Lack of sleep. How many of you are sleeping 8, 9 hours a day? If you are, kudos to you. If you're not, you got lack of sleep, and guess what that is? Free radicals attacking your body. UV rays. How many of you see the sun? Can't run away from it, right? We need it. Without the sun, we die. Guess what? It's got UV rays. Guess what? That's free radicals. Mold, mildew is in all of your homes without you realizing it. Dust mites, it's all in your homes. Toxins, it's all in your homes. How many of you are on the internet right now? How many of you have one of these pretty guys, cell phones? I can promise you, each and every single one of you. Can you run away from your cell phone? Can you live without your cell phone? No. Our way of living has changed. Back in the day, when God originally, created us, guess what we used to do? We used to be hunters. We used to go out there. We used to hunt for our food. We used to kill our food. We used to prep it, cook it, and all day was in a survival mode. We used to walk everywhere. We used to run everywhere. None of us do that anymore. North America, even now Caribbean, it's all drive-throughs. We don't walk to do anything. Walking has become a part of our exercise. Why do we need exercise? Because back in the day, our lifestyles was very much committed to doing everything for yourself. Where today, if you don't have exercise in your routine, your body is not moving, you are most likely either to gain weight or not be a healthy immune system, right? Your joints are going to start hurting, your body starts to ache and pain, and so on and so forth. Processed food. How many of us eat out? Not every day, but we do. And guess what? That's all processed food. You know, one thing I want you to let's talk about McDonald's. I know some of you will say, I never touched that. Well, think about it. McDonald's. How many people eat McDonald's? It would not be $1 billion corporation and have franchises popping up like zits everywhere if people were not eating it, right? Look at the fries that come with McDonald's. Have you ever got a fry that's any different than the color that you had 10 years ago? It's so processed to become exactly the right color, which you're eating it. You're putting that into what? Your immune system, into your gut. Alcohol, cigarette smoke, all of these things. By the way, you guys have probably seen all of this 1,000 times, but I just want to tell you, when we first started this business, how we used to present this slide and why this was so important for you to understand when you're talking to somebody, why this slide is important. Next, remember what I said, when your body is aging, you need to supplement it. Let's talk about this a little bit. Did you know that the recommended dosage of what you need in a lignin, which is a plant antioxidant, should be between 50 to 100 milligrams as an adult each and every single day? Yet the average person takes 1 milligram. We need 50 to 100 times that amount, yet we don't take it. I want you to look at that chart at the bottom. Take a look at it. Read it for a second. Everyone knows tofu is really good for you, right? Eat a lot of tofu, eat a lot of broccoli, multigrain, sesame seed, flaxseed. Look how low they are in your lignin count per milligram. Yet look at your fountain of life. The fountain of life has so much plant antioxidants in it versus other high rich lignin foods. And did you know that a 30-year retrospective study showed that 30% reduction in cancer and heart disease following a rich lignin diet? So having, the lignins that are in the spruce tree extract, which is in your fountain of life, by the way. So there's no way your body can ingest as much lignins as you need. But what if you were able to take a food source like the fountain of life that's able to give you the nutrients that you need, that's able to give you the plant antioxidants to create a healthier cell, to create a healthier you? What's your health worth? Because there's only so much plants, fruits, vegetables that you can eat. What happens to your fruits and vegetables once you cut them up and you put them in the fridge for a day or 2 or 3? They become smushy. They don't become as good. And guess what? These are your natural plant nutrients that you need, but you can only take so much from your food. This is a very, very high concentrated amount that's right into your supplement that you can take. And so this was one of our first marketing things that we talked about, and it's still sweet for me because imagine 10 drops of this beautiful product. By the way, it's sweet now for me. Is 1,800 apples, 77 cups of oats. Think about it. If you take a cup of oat a day, that's like 77 days of you consistently taking oats. How healthy would you be? Cups of green tea. We all drink green tea because it's good for us, right? It has no taste. It has no flavor. It doesn't have any enjoyment. But why do we take it? Oh, it's going to, detox our body. It's going to flush out our immune system. It's going to give us good skin. We do it only for health reasons. Why not take 10 drops of Fountain of Life instead? Compare the different lignin amounts in different food sources. Isn't it crazy what Fountain of Life can do for you? So I want to tell you about this beautiful tree. I've actually seen these trees, by the way. I've traveled to where they do the extraction. And these trees can live hundreds, even thousands of years. And these are self-healing trees, by the way. pesticide free. It is so goddamn cold where they do the extraction. Nothing can survive. No animals, no insects, nothing. And it withstands oxidative stress. The bark on these is so beautiful. You have no idea. And so it's able to deal with it's able to deal with invasive threats from microbes and insects, which is the coolest thing. And the evolution over time has showed that these trees are very efficient chemical defense and preservation mechanisms from lignins from within. That's why when we do the extraction, it is our top secret method of how we do it. How we're able to take the sap out of the tree to be able to eat it without it being toxic. A lot of people say to us, how do you do the extraction? And you know what we always say? That's the magic of the drop. The magic of the drop is being able to, come on. The magic of the drop is being able to take the extraction of the tree, being able to extract the sap for us to be able to eat it and for it not to be non-toxic. Now, we spend millions of dollars to try to convince Health Canada because no one had taken a spruce tree extract and ate it. We were the first ones. It's almost like, if you think about it, do we usually eat the sap of the tree or the byproduct of the tree? The byproduct. We eat the apples, we eat the oranges, we eat all the beautiful fruits that hang off the tree. But how do those fruits survive? Think about that for a second. How does the fruit survive? By the stem, by the bark, by the trunk, by the soil, by the tree. So we have been able to learn how to take that element from the tree source and give it to all of you to eat. How amazing is that? Think about that for a second. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how Fountain of Life came to be. This is how Fountain of Life became this amazing, incredible product that we've sold over 1 million bottles. So I want you to know that this is a gift from Earth. There's a lot of great ingredients that we use and we cook with. Me coming from Middle Eastern culture, we cook with saffron. Saffron is supposed to be this huge antioxidant. Saffron is what they call the golden spice. It is one of the, they say it's the same price as gold when it comes to spices. Turmeric is another one. Ginger is another one. You know, honey is another one. And. Every single one of you. Cassava root was another one of them. But nothing in the world has been able to top and match the lignin count, the antioxidant count, and the credibility of what Fountain of Life has done. I remember Henry from Toronto, who is our TMC. I call him Dr. Henry. He says, don't call me Dr. Henry, but I still call him Dr. Henry. So Dr. Henry, I'm calling you Dr. Henry. So he did an iodine test. And this was the most brilliant test that I saw him do. And then Renee piggybacked on it. And it was the most incredible thing that showed the antioxidant level and really how powerful FOL is and how fast and how effectively it neutralizes free radicals. So if you have not seen this test, I believe that Renee and Henry did. Renee said, Henry says, I'm here. Hello, Dr. Henry. You wrote your full name, but I'm still calling you Dr. Henry. But you know, you're so full of knowledge and education when it comes to this business. So, and I know this year you're going to go for LD4. So I'm really, really excited. Renee's like, I'm here too. Okay, LD4, Renee. Both of these gentlemen always do these really, really cool tests, which I absolutely love. And then again, this is how the Fountain of Life started to get into different hands and different distributors, and you all started to do different things of testing to show people of all of the different things that it could be. Now, here's a really, really cool part about the supplement. If you've ever taken any supplement, and maybe Rukia as a nurse can talk about this a little bit later on, you know, one of the things is that most medicine, most supplements, you need to take it with food or on a full stomach. Some of them you have to take during the day. Some of them you have to take it at night. Some of them you have to don't take it on an empty stomach. Here's the really cool thing about Fountain of Life. If this is your first time listening to it, this is that high quality source of antioxidant you could take any time of the day. You can take it 10 times a day. You could take it once a day, 50 drops all in one shot. You could take 5 drops now, 5 drops in an hour, 5 drops every half an hour if you wanted to. There's no toxicity to this incredible product. You can never overdose on it. It will never harm you, even if you take too much of it. And if you are sick, this is going to really heal your body. And what's really, really cool about this incredible product is that it works in so many different ways because it is anti-inflammatory and it's an antioxidant and it's antibacterial, that it's my number one go-to product for everything that I need when I'm traveling, when I'm moving. I always, always, always have this in my pocket. I'm going to tell you an interesting thing that happened to me. I don't know if you guys can see it. I was actually moving something and I scraped my arm. Can you guys see the rashes and the hives that I got on my arm, the redness on it? So literally this morning, I like literally scratched my entire arm, like really, really, really badly. And I first put sterling on it. And then I realized that no, it was more invasive than that. So I took about 3, 4 drops of FOL. I literally put it on my wound and I started to rub it in. And guess what happened to my skin? It started to burn because it had bacteria obviously had entered into the wound. And the Fountain of Life has calmed it down. It's really, really calming down now, but it was really, really bad this morning. And so, what's really, really amazing is that whether it's topical or internal, it really hits in every level that you need to neutralize those free radicals. And so I want to teach you one thing as we are getting to the end of our call. I still have a couple quick things that I want to share with you all, but how this product works in your body, what it does to your body. And I'm going to try to teach you what's called enterolactone. And enterolactone is an important antioxidant, really, and it's created in the intestinal tract. And by the way, when you have a proper gut health, it just does so much for your body. A healthy gut and a healthy immune system starts with healthy gut. So the 7-HMR is like one of the dominant lignans in the Fountain of Life. It's basically neutralizing harmful free radicals, modulates the estrogen metabolism. That's why also for a lot of men, this is in a very, very helpful way for ED. It's also reduced the risk of cardiovascular disease and potential against so many and certain cancers as well. So it also contributes to a better bone density, which we've talked about, and also has positive impact on the gut microbe, which I've talked about so many times. But I really believe that one of the things that this product has done for me in my weight loss journey is it's really cleaned up my body. It's really cleaned my body from the inside and out. And it's really made my immune system so much more healthy. And so getting rid of the inflammation in my body, getting rid of the pain in my body, getting rid of toxins in my body. I was able to have better skin, better hair, better nutrition, better diet. I felt before I was getting hungry very, very often. And I feel like ever since I've been taking the Fountain of Life, just give me one quick second. Ever since I've been taking the Fountain of Life, I actually don't I get as hungry as often as I used to. And it's simply because the Fountain of Life has really, really helped my body to reset itself. Having the, of course, having, of course, a better gut health, having a better immune system, having a stronger immune system to be able to fight off is one thing. But the other thing as well that I believe is being able to work out, where before I had so much inflammation in my knees and in my arms and in my joints that I was not able to be as mobile as I am today. So, one of the things that I always do is that before I was not, I would on average walk between 4 to 6,000 steps if I even did that. And today, like my pace today with my lifestyle change and with my food and everything is basically now I'm between 10 to 17,000 steps. Like 10,000 steps is like the base. And then, sometimes I go up to 17, sometimes I do 22,000 steps. So before I was not able to do that because of my joint pain. So getting rid of that really helped. And I guess again, when you also have a cleaner gut, it gets rid of a lot of the toxins. So you get rid of a lot of those cravings that you have. And also the negative toxic foods don't even taste good anymore because what Fountain of Life does, it really resets your system, it resets your palate, it resets everything. So one last thing I want to share with you before I pass it to my super host is if you feel like Fountain of Life is still bitter for you, you need more of it. Because the longer you take the Fountain of Life, the sweeter it becomes. When your body gets rid of the inflammation and the toxins, your body will naturally become so well adapted to the product that it becomes more sweet than bitter. And by the way, the bitter note is actually very, very good for your body and very good for your immune system. And I will pass it up to our super host to be able to share that. But again, that's why it's also important to be a product of the product, very important to try the product. And you know what? Just experience what the product can do for you and try different ways of how you can take the product. And the last thing I want to share, even if it's still too bitter and you're just starting off, mix it with some water, put it in some juice. I know some people are giving it to their elderly parents and they say they will not take it. Put it in a little bit of their juice, mix it up, just give it to them. If you have younger children that don't want to take it, you can put it in their yogurt, you can put it in their juice, you can put it in their, milk, whatever it is. I even sometimes put it in my coffee, by the way, and I just have it with my coffee. So with that, I hope that tonight's call has been eye-opening for you. I know Fountain of Life, you guys are also well trained on it, but I wanted to give you a little bit of the background of how the golden drops became the Fountain of Life. And Rokia, I'll pass it over to you to share your comments and be able to close our call up for tonight. I know there's a opportunity tour that's happening tonight at 9 o'clock, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, SVP. That was really amazing call. And also thank you for sharing the story for the golden drum. I heard it, but I never got the full story done. So that's really amazing that you were able to actually be on site and experience the whole process. Wow, that's a little bit a fun fact. I used to live in Norway, by the way. So
Oh,
uh, yeah, so
amazing.
yeah, the fact that it's a Norwegian fruit street, it was something that I was like, oh, this is funny. I just came from there.
Amazing. Well,
Yeah.
there's definitely a lot of scientists there. So, being from that area, Torca, right? Torca University.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of our research lab is there and we do tons of testing there.
Yes, yes. Wow, wow.
That's why
Amazing.
when I
Thank you.
disappear and I'm in that part of the world, that's where I'm at.
Oh, wow. Well, I would love to go back and see exactly where you guys are doing the experiment or the lab and the whole process. It would be really nice to go one day. But and I would like to share one thing. You know how you said the bitter taste? You're right. At first, when I tried it, it was really bitter. But then, as you keep using it every day, it becomes sweet somehow. And then I noticed I always had a sweet tooth, so I love my chocolate, my ice cream. Now when I go back to eat that, I don't crave for it. It's like it's too sweet. I can't even
That's
handle
right.
it. So I need my fountain of life to get all that sugar out of my mouth. So maybe you're right. It does actually detox your body, and that craving that you have for sugar is gone. I believe that. So that's us for my customers now who's actually using the fountain of life. One of them, a lady in Montreal, she's like, I can't take it. It's too bitter. I almost vomit. Like, it's okay. Just use orange juice. You're going to gradually get used to it. So I understand where they're coming from, but eventually you will love it. I love it so much.
But I think it's really important, Rakia, that we talk about educating the customers and managing expectations because what I always tell people is, when I first started, and by the way, this is going to be a bitter product. This has got a bitter note. So I'm always talking about it up front before they even try it. Because if you
Mhm.
don't tell them and then they try it and they're like, oh, I can't take it, Then now trying to convince them later is harder. But if you let them know exactly what I just shared with all of you, when you take it the first time, depending on the toxicity level in your body, you may feel like it's very bitter. The more toxic you are, the more bitter it is. But let me assure you, the more you take it, the more sweet it becomes. And now, when someone tries it and they're thinking, oh my God, this was really bitter, then they're thinking, oh my God, I'm so toxic. I need to like take this more. So it's actually a great marketing sales
Mhm.
strategy, but at the same time, it's
Yeah,
showing your customer how well you know your product. And
true.
managing expectation and everything is so important because I think whether it's the experience of a taste or the
Hmm.
experience of a business, it's like if you come into the business and I say, "Oh, Rakia, everyone that you speak to is going to say yes to you." We all know I just lied to you. We know that you're going to get more no's than you do yeses because guess what? Most of you are not salespeople. Most of you are entrepreneurs trying to become a better version of yourself. And if you knew that more people are going to say no to you than yes, then guess what? Then at least you're going out there in the field saying, okay, I got to know, but it's not the end of the world. Where if you thought everybody was going to say yes to you and everyone says no to you at the beginning, then all of a sudden
Hmm.
you're not mortified. So it's
That's
the
true.
same thing with the business
Hmm.
where with a product, sorry, if you're managing those expectations of what people should feel and how they can take it, they can be prepared for it.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with you, SVP. Funny story though, my mom actually used to use Fount of Life in 2021, and I had no idea who Opulence was or if there was a company like that. But when my mom brought that product in our house, I asked her, what is this? She was like, it's just a supplement, it's oil you put in your mouth. One of the lady suggested me I should take it. She didn't even believe what the product was like. Yeah, she told me it's gonna help. Anyway, it was on the counter for like 2 years. And then 2024, when I came and I got the presentation, I know this product. My mom used to use it for 2 years ago, but she never finished the product. And I'm like, what? This is Opulence Global? If I knew, I could have been a member for 2 years now. But
Yeah.
anyway, my point is, SVP, whoever sold the product did not share any information or the like how to use it or what the benefit is. Like my mom just left the flyers on the table, and I asked her what's the company. She's like, the company's called Fount of Life. I'm like, okay,
Yep. Actually,
that's it.
a lot of people, when we call them, sometimes say, "Oh, it basically is called the Fountain of." Oh, like we'll call them and say, "Hi, we're calling from Opulence," and they're like, "We don't know who Opulence is." We're like, "Fountain of Life." They're like, "Oh, that company."
Yeah,
But
you're
yeah, we
right.
hear
You're
that quite a bit.
Okay, thank you for everyone to tuning in our product Crossfire and for amazing call we had with our SVP Sanas. Thank you so much, my dear. It was amazing, and to learn a little bit more about the fount of life and a bit of the story, the how it became to exist. It was really a knowledgeable Zoom today. So thank you so much.
Get ready. This year is going to be a very, very big year. Look, there's a lot of negativity out there. There's this tariff wars that are going on for North America. Inflation is at the highest. Everything is at the highest. There's a lot of fear in the world and there's a lot of uncertainty. Here's what I want to close our call with tonight. When there's uncertainty, your job is to secure your future. And this business depends on the amount of effort that you put towards it. This is the reason why, for the beginning of the year, we are doing the Forensic Networker seminar. And it's to set your brain into a mode of shifting as an entrepreneur for you to grow and for you to become a mental warrior. It's for you to be able to grow as an entrepreneur. It's for you to become independent and stabilized based on the decisions that you make, that you can basically control your income. That being said, it is so vital and important that not only you become a part of this business, but you learn how to master this business through the tools, the systems, and the infrastructure that we have, that you can become a better version of yourself. So, with that being said, don't let fear lead your life, but go out there and create opportunity, create success in everything that you do. Back to you, Rakia. And I want to say good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, SVP. So, okay, Opulence Nation, thank you for tuning in. As we say, good morning, good evening, and good night. And thank you for lovely comment. Thank you for your support. Yes, yes, it's my second week, so I appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. And I see you tomorrow as well at 9 p.m. with our Forensic Network with our CEO. So make sure you're going to be there as well, okay? Take care. Have a good night. And to the billion.